Hey ladies and gentlemen, Nathan from Bastion Games here, and I'm bringing you our second box opening video. We're going to see how many boxes we can bang off from the newest Magic the Gathering set, Tarkir Dragonstorm. This set is available Friday, April 4th. I'll quickly speed through this. All of our singles, boxes, everything will be available when we open that day. We have 4 amazing events across the following week. It's Friday, April 4th at 7 p.m., the Saturday, April 5th at 5 p.m. I'll be there to play against, and there'll be extra prizes if you beat me. Sunday, April 6th at 5 p.m. And then Wednesday, April the 9th, if I'm getting my dates right, at 5 p.m. as well. If you participate in 3 events, you will get $20 store credit back to spend on whatever you would like. So without further ado, we've opened 4 boxes. We're going on to our 5th box. And what I do is I crack all the packs to save some time. Nobody actually likes seeing the packs being opened, I think. And that way I can fit more stuff in there. I haven't seen any of the cards yet in these boxes. They're all open face down. Commons and uncommons are sorted out of it. So here we go. I think in our previous video, we had 2 fetch lands opened, and we had our first Ghostfire foil of Sarkhan opened. Tons of amazing cards, lots of cool art. So here we go. Island, we got Roar of Endless Song, Infantry Shield, Zurgo Thunder's Decree, a Draco Genesis, and Sidisi Regent of the Mire. Now, normally we have so many things to open. I'm not going to read every card, but I will read the pack hits if we haven't seen them yet. So Sidisi is 2 mana for a zombie snake warlock. I like it already. It's 1/3. It has tap, sacrifice a creature you control with mana value X other than Sidisi. Return target creature card with mana value X +1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. So if you plan, you could have this as a mono black commander. If you plan your CMCs properly and you pitch stuff into the graveyard using a variety of different black spells, you can constantly upgrade creatures in play to bigger creatures from your graveyard. Love it. Got Mountain, the Dragon Shadow lands, Draconologist, Enoch Strike Leader from Commander, Kotis the Fangkeeper, Shiko Paragon of the Way. I am just guessing on how to pronounce these. Severance Priest. This is an Abzan 3/3 Djinn Cleric, or Jinn Cleric, with Death Touch. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. Already decent. When this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled card owner creates an XX white spirit creature token, where X is the mana value. So we've seen this in other colors, namely white, having a similar effect. Now it's in Abzan. Got Swamp, Inevitable Defeat, Transcendent Dragon, another Draconologist, this one with the dragon border, Bloomvine Regent. This should have the baby back. Yeah, baby back. There we go. And we have another foil dragon border Draco Genesis. Not complaining there. This is a good card. And again, if you didn't watch the first video, this is Rooftop Storm for dragons. Yes, that's right. Your opponents will be playing dragons for free. Plains. Craterhoof Behemoth foil. Tip the Scales from Commander. Warden of the Grove, phenomenal card. Another Craterhoof Behemoth, but this one with a special border. And, whoa, we have a dragon border foil Mox Jasper. Absolutely gorgeous card. 0 mana, like all Moxes. Legendary artifact. It can tap to add 1 mana of any color. Activate only if you control a dragon. So that's what's going to slow it down a bit. You have to have a dragon for you to tap this for mana. Forest. Quarry Mountain Monastery. Wool of the Jeskai. Severance Priest. Kishla Village, and a Winter Night Stories. We haven't seen this one foil yet. 3 mana, blue sorcery. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Okay, so very useful. Wish it was an instant, but that might be a little bit too good. And it has Harmonize 5, so you can cast it from your graveyard for 5. I believe. I have to check and see what Harmonize does. I am so busy lately that I barely have time to do anything. Another Mox Jasper foil, not Dragon Border, which I'm not complaining. It's 2 foil Jaspers in 1 box. Bone Devourer Dragon, Frostcliff Siege, Death Begets Life, and Avenger of the Fallen. 3 mana for a 2/4 human warrior in black. Has Death Touch and Mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Mobilize is when it attacks, it creates a 1/1, I think it's warrior token, tapped and attacking. So this creates a 1/1 tapped and attacking for each creature in your graveyard. So in a lot of decks, this is going to be a kill on sight creature. We got a Swamp, Narset Jeskai Waymaster, Zurgo Stormrender, Lotus Dancers, Clarion Conqueror, and this guy, holy crap, I was going to show you the back of this one, now I'm not. Ooh, special bordered foil Eugen Eye of Storms. Look at this guy. So this is our first Planeswalker. Now, the 2 Planeswalkers are very unique that they have insane passive abilities. So he's 7 colorless mana, comes into play with 7 loyalty. I'll read his abilities first. His +2 is you gain 3 life and draw a card. Relevant. His 0 is adds 3 colorless mana. Again, good ability. His -11 is search your library for any number of colorless non-land cards, exile them, then shuffle. Till the end of turn, you may cast those cards without paying their mana cost. So he is the Eldrazi's best friend, Planeswalker. Now, he has 2 passive abilities. When you cast this spell, exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. No downside. There's just that little restriction. It has to have a color to it. You can't exile colorless things. So you can't exile lands. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. This guy's nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I hope I never see him on the other side of the table from me. Good Lord. And we got a Forest. Voice of Victory. I want as many of these as I can get. Will of the Abzan. United Battlefront. Anafenza. And a special guest, this box. This box is fantastic. Eerie Ultimatum. So that's special guest art. Forest. Kishla Village. Redoubled Stormsinger. Rediscover the Way. Ambling Stormshell. And a Hollowmurk Siege. Now, why I'm super pumped about getting that Planeswalker is that when we did Ether Drift, I opened, I believe it was either 10 or 12 boxes of Ether Drift Collector and a bunch of play boxes. Well, we got a single Chandra Planeswalker and we got none of the Ether Spark. So we got 1 Planeswalker across, I think it was, Joe will have to remind me, like 18 boxes or 16 boxes or something like that. It was crazy. So 5th box in, we've already got a Planeswalker. Happy about that. Hopefully it's not the only Planeswalker. Hollowmurk Siege. This is the black-green enchantment. You choose Sultai when it comes in, or Abzan. If you choose Sultai, whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. That's good. Abzan, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains menace until the end of turn. Again, pretty good. We got Plains, New Way Forward, Voracious Bibliophile from Commander, Surak, Elusive Hunter, Windcrag Siege, and a foil Windcrag Siege. This is the red-white modal enchantment. You choose Mardu or Jeskai. If it's Mardu, if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's crazy. You just toss this in Ishin and you get so many attack triggers, it's not even funny. If you choose Jeskai, at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It gains lifelink and haste until the end of turn. So this is Mardu. You're going to play Mardu on this almost every time. That's nuts. I haven't read some of these cards. I haven't been able to keep up with the set. Which is kind of exciting, opening this stuff. I'm always excited opening stuff, but reading a lot of these cards for the first time. Surak, Elusive Hunter, Within Range, Kori Mountain Monastery, Yathan Roadwatcher, and this is the foil Bloomvine Regent. And I'm pretty sure these, yeah, it's got a baby back. And again, the baby backs are identical cards. It's just, if you'd rather play the young cute side, use that side. If you'd rather have the adult version of the dragon, do that side. All right, so this is 3 mana for an Omen sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards, reveal them, put one onto the battlefield and the other into your hand. So like Kodama's Reach, but restricted to forests. And you can also have 5 mana for a 4/5 flying dragon. Whenever this creature or another dragon you control enters, you gain 3 life. So very useful. I don't really have any green dragons myself or anything, so we'll see. A Windcrag Siege. Last pack of the box, Aligned Heart, Mardu Siegebreaker, Revival of the Ancestors, and a foil Naga Fleshcrafter, which is the absolutely bananas clone. If you're playing any kind of clone effects, this goes in your deck. Or if you're playing, what are they called? The Wraith deck that allows you the 9 mortal men doomed to die. Then you play as many clones as that deck as you can, because you want to clone them as many times as possible. So that's box number 5. Woo! And again, this is video number 2. Super pumped about that. Going on to box number 6. So we got Mountain, Lotus Light Dancers, Adaptive Training Post from Commander, Herd Heirloom, Great Erishan City. Oh, and a Dragonfire Blade foil with the dragon border. So 1 mana to play, 4 to equip, costs 1 less to activate for each color of the creature it targets. So if you target something that's 4 colors, it is free to equip. If you target something that's 1 color, it is 3 to equip. If you target a colorless creature, it's 4 to equip. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has hexproof from monocolored. Meh. I guess for a cheap, it depends. It's very situational. Island, Jeskai Revelation, Zenith Festival, Stadium Headliner, Eugen Eye of Storms, again. This guy's, wait. Oh my goodness. You can get baby Eugen. You can get it. It's got a baby back. Why couldn't this be foil? Oh no. This is so cool. Again, both sides are identical. They just give you the option of playing it with the cute side. That's 2 Planeswalkers, both Eugen. Let's go. We got a full art foil Magmatic Hellkite, which destroys lands, gives them a basic land, but puts a stun counter on it. Mountain, Herd Heirloom, Nerev Crackling Vanguard from Commander, Thunder of Unity, Sidisi, and this is the second foil Mox Jasper we've gotten with the dragon border. 0 complaints. This is crazy box so far. Mountain, Roar of Endless Song, Tempest Technique, Naga Fleshcrafter, Baron Step Siege, and Zergo. We actually haven't seen Zergo foil, so let's go through it. Zergo Thunder's Decree. He's Mardu for a 2/4 legendary orc warrior. He has mobilized 2, so he's going to create 2 tokens that are tapped and attacking that die at the end of turn. During your end step, warrior tokens you control have, this token can't be sacrificed. He's a mobilize commander. So if you have him as your commander and you stack a bunch of mobilized stuff, if he's in play, you get to keep all the tokens that survive combat during mobilize. That's very interesting. Draconologist, Diviner of Mist, Avenger of the Fallen, Temir Battlecrier, and another Rot-Cursed Rakshasa. Absolutely bananas card. Forest, Inevitable Defeat, Redoubled Stormsinger, Sinkhole Surveyor, Stormscale Scion. This is the dragon border. It's got alternate art. Looks absolutely beautiful. I need one of these foil. Anafenza, Unyielding Lineage. First time hitting this one foil as well. 3 mana for a 2/2 legendary spirit soldier. It has flash and first strike, so you can be doing some combat tricks with this. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, Anafenza endures 2. Oh boy. This has a lot of potential in mono white. Well, actually, it's splashable in lots of colors, actually. Karsi Revenant. This is 100% included in pretty much every single vampire deck ever. Shiko and Narset Unified. Kori Mountain Monastery. Yethan Roadwatcher. And our first time seeing a Herd Heirloom. 2 mana in green for an artifact. Has 2 tap abilities. First one is add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. That's useful, right? Or tap until the end of turn. Target creature you control with power 4 or greater gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay, it's a mana rock that makes your big dudes more dangerous in green. I can see why they put a color on it. If it was colorless, this would be, I think, a little bit too universal. Fantastic card. Forest, Kotus the Fangkeeper, Tip the Scales from Commander, Mardu Siegebreaker, Death Begets Life, fantastic art, and a Misty Rainforest. This box is bananas. So I think that's 3 fetch lands now across 6 boxes. 1 and 2 is pretty good, especially for the special guest art stuff. Ambling Stormshell, Broodcolor Scourge, Revival of the Ancestors, Smile at Death, really cool art. And this is the special border Dracogenesis. Rooftop Storm for dragons. Phenomenal looking card. Swamp. Foil Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Bone Devourer. Inevitable Defeat. Call of the Spirit Dragon. And Kotus the Fangkeeper. Does anybody else, when you get a couple hits early on in the box, you just mentally, every single time you're going through a new pack, you're like, give me more. What else do you got? I'm always like that. So Kotus is Zombie Warrior, 4 mana, Sultai, legendary Zombie Warrior, with Indestructible. Don't normally see that in Sultai. Whenever Kotus deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. So Sultai, this guy's a Sultai Voltron commander. Like, you can load this guy up with things like trample effects, +X effects, equipment, whatnot, and then you just play someone else's deck for free. Plains, Revival of the Ancestors, Irene of the Unwritten, Sage of the Skies, Marrying River Regent. Are all of the, yeah, I guess some cards always have a baby. Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant, the Dragon Border foil. Swamp, Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant. Not quite as nice, but still cool. This is the last pack, I think. Enoch Strike Leader, another Dragonfire Blade, Eski Dragonclaw, and Thunder of Unity. This is the Mardu saga. So when it enters, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. relevant. And then the next 2 turns, it has, whenever a creature you control enters this turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Oh, it's very Mardu. Very Mardu. Savage card. So box number 6 was awesome. Halfway done all the boxes. Let's see. Randomly pick one of these bad boys. I picked this one because the top land was a foil Dragon's Eye. And again, if you've been paying attention to the previous 6 boxes, these are 1 a box. So I thought these were going to be easy to get, and I could get a ton of them. Probably not. I doubt they come foil in the play boxes. All right, here we go. So we got the Foil Island, Frostcliff Siege, Will of the Mardu, Revival of the Ancestors, Inevitable Defeat, and a foil Crater Hoof Behemoth. Woo! I was going to say, I think we probably peaked at that last box. But who knows? Let's see. Foil Crater Hoof with this art. This art's really growing on me. Looks really cool. Very different. And I'm always an advocate for companies that have a well-established base. And that doesn't, like for games or for movies or anything, to just take more risks. Because you already have the stuff that you love, right? If they take more risks, you might find more stuff that you love. Clarion Conqueror, Voracious Bibliophile, Sage of the Skies, Dragonfire Blade. Ooh, holy crap! This is the card that I wanted to open. I think this thing's like $500 or $600. So this is our first Elspeth. It's alternate art, and it's Ghostfire foil, which is the new Halo foil. So basically, one of the 2 best cards you could open, I think. Sorry. I'll read the card to you now. Again, 5 mana for Legendary Planeswalker that comes into play with 5 loyalty. And I will tell you the passive ability last. Her +1 is create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, so she protects herself. Her 0 is put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until your next turn. Your next turn, not until the end of turn. So you can just maintain all your creatures to be flying permanently by zeroing her every turn. Her -3 is destroy target creature an opponent controls with mana value 3 or greater. Now, a lot of people might say, well, her -3 is kind of lackluster for an ultimate. But her ultimate is the 0 repeatable over and over and over again every turn. Now, her passive, if 1 or more tokens, not creature tokens, tokens, would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. Now, that in white sounds exactly like Anointed Procession because it is. So, for 1 more mana, you get a Planeswalker with Anointed Procession built into it. Absolutely crazy. Favorite card we opened so far. This box is crazy. We've had a foil Crater Hoof and a Ghostfire foil Elspeth Stormslayer. So that's our second Ghostfire foil, and that's in box number 7. So they're probably pretty rare. Whew. Swamp, Barren Step Siege, Teval's Judgment, and again, I'm going to say it. What else do you have, box? Let's go. Herd Heirloom, Warden of the Grove, another really good card. Island, United Battlefront, Reunion of the House, Barren Step Siege, Mistrise Village. Like, you can't, stores cannot have enough of these. CDH is such a growing format, and something that we support a lot in the store. We have a fantastic community. This is a CDH staple, hands down. Every single deck that runs blue is going to run this. And then New Way Forward, first time seeing this. So this is Jeskai, 5 mana instant. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, New Way Forward deals that much damage to that source's controller, and you draw that many cards. I was like, well, this sounds like Deflecting Palm for 5 mana. I don't know if I'm a fan. But you toss 3 more mana on there, and you could refill your entire hand. Someone's like, Nathan, I attack you with a 22/22 Trampling Commander. I take no damage. You take that damage. I draw 22 cards. Let's go. Back in the game. Solid card. There's the foil Dragon Eye Mountain. 1 per box. Oh no, actually, was that 1 per box? Oh, that's our second. So that's our first box that we've gotten 2 in. This box is crazy. Sibsig Ceremony, Arbor Adherent, Avenger of the Fallen, Temur Battlecrier, the foil, Dragon Foil Dragonologist. So 3 mana for a 1/3 human wizard. When this creature enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. It may reveal an instant, sorcery, or dragon card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. Sure. Solid card. Fangkeep Familiar, Wool of the Abzan, Sinkhole Surveyor, Nerev Heart of the Storm, and a Songcrafter Mage. 3 mana in Temur for a 3/2 with Flash. It's a human bard. When this creature enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize until the end of turn. Its Harmonized cost is equal to its mana cost. So, he's Temur Snapcaster Mage, I guess? Except he lets you hit sorceries as well? Someone's going to bust him wide open. Dragonback Assault, Will of the Temur, Roar of Endless Song, Rot Cursed Rakshasa, and wow, Call of the Spirit Dragons, Dragon Border. This is going to be in every 5-color dragon deck. It's 5 mana. Dragons you control have Indestructible. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep for each color, put a +1/+1 counter on a dragon you control of that color. If you put a +1/+1 counter on 5 dragons this way, you win the game. Yeah, instant win condition for 5-color dragons. Stadium Headliner, Redoubled Storm Singer, another Stadium Headliner. Ooh, and an Elspeth. Ooh, this is the full art Elspeth. This box is crazy. This isn't a 2-sided card, is it? No. Can you imagine? Elspeth and diapers. All right, moving along. Awesome. So we've gotten several of each of the Planeswalkers. 2 of each, I think. Marrying River Regent. Another Marrying River Regent. Rampant Architect. Songcrafter Mage. Bloomvine Regent. Nature's Rhythm. First time seeing this one foil. So it's 2 green and X for a green sorcery. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Harmonize. So you can cast this from your graveyard. So it's along the lines of like Court of Calling, anything that like Green Sun Zenith that searches your library. The unique part of this one is you can cast it from your graveyard as well. So definitely people are going to be using that. Temur Battlecrier, Floral Evoker, Thunder of Unity, Jeskai Revelation, Fellothar, Dawn of the Abzan. First time seeing him foil. He's wearing some really cool looking armor. Or she, can't tell. So it's Abzan colors for a legendary human warrior. 3/3 with Trample. When Fellothar enters or attacks, you may sacrifice a non-land permanent. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Oh boy, I know someone, Graham, who has an Abzan token deck, a +1/+1 counter deck that uses Atraxa to proliferate as the commander. This is a shoe-in that deck. Forest, Delcaven Encampment, Thundermane Dragon, Sidisi Regent of the Mire, Naga Fleshcrafter, Extended Art, Delcaven Encampment. This is the white land. This is the Mardu one. Enters untapped if you control a swamp or a mountain. It has add white and 3 and tap. Whenever you attack this turn, create 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. Sacrifice them at the end of at the beginning of the next end step. So this is super useful because it gives you a trigger. If you have multiple combat phases, it will trigger on each combat phase. If you're using Ishin, it will trigger twice because it's an attack trigger. And it's built into a land. So I feel like these lands are pretty balanced outside of the blue one. The blue one is like nuts. Good card. Great box. Last pack, Zurgo, Thunder's Decree. Elsha, Threefold Master. Voice of Victory. This card's nuts. A Clarion Conqueror. Again, this card's nuts. We haven't seen a foil, and I'm going to read it anyway. 3 mana for 3/3 Flying White Dragon. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. Like Hate Bears 2.0. And, ooh, alternate foil, Death Begets Life. This is 8 mana Sultai Sorcery. Destroy all creatures and all enchantments. Draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. So there's a 7 mana Destroy all creatures. Draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. This is 1 extra mana. It's in 3 colors instead of just black, but allows you to hit all creatures and all enchantments. Very interesting card. I don't know how often it's going to see play with 8 mana, but we'll see. Absolutely bananas box. Best box, easily best box. And I'm just not just saying that because the card, my wish list card, was in that box. That's crazy. All right. This is box number 8. I don't think we're going to have enough time to get through all 12, but I'll try. We got Swamp. Flamehold Grappler. Adaptive Training Tool. Nature's Rhythm. Velkovan Encampment. And the hit from this one is a good one. Magmatic Hellkite with a dragon border. Plains. Winter Night Stories. Within Range. Zurgo, Thunder's Decree. And Kotus the Fangkeeper. And a Frostcliff Siege. This is 3 mana, modal enchantment, Jeskai or Temur. If you choose Jeskai, whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Super solid. If you attack 3 other players and you hit all 3 of them, you draw 3 cards. And Commander. If you choose Temur, creatures you control get +1/+0, have trample and haste. Yeah. Solid card. Eshki Dragonclaw, Thundermane Dragon, Draconologist, Warden of the Grove, and Stillness in Motion. Seen that one already. Ureni, Shiko and Narset Unified, Severance Priest, Frostcliff Siege, and a Shiko Paragon of the Way. 5 mana in Jeskai for a 4/5 flying and vigilant legendary spirit dragon. When Shiko enters, exile target non-land with mana value, non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. Copy it, then you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So it just says non-land, so you can play creatures from your graveyard using this. Solid card. Naga Fleshcrafter, Tempest Technique, Lotus Light Dancers, Bloomvine Regent, and Yathan Roadwatcher. We've seen that one already. Mistrise Village Foil, Tip the Scales, United Battlefront, Anafenza, Surak Elusive Hunter. We're starting to see some duplicates now in the foil slot, which is good. A lot of these cards are fantastic cards. Plains, Glacierwood Siege, Diviner of Mist, Rediscover the Way, Ureni, The Song Unending, and another Ghostfire. This is Ghostfire number 3. This is the one that we ended the last box on. Death Begets Life. Destroy all creatures and all enchantments. Draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. Absolutely phenomenal looking card, and Ghostfire is really nice. Swamp, Anafenza, Jaws of Defeat, Ambling Stormshell, Marang River Regent, Rediscover the Way. We've seen this one, right? Yep. Oh, no. No, we have seen this one. That one's really good. Plains. What are we missing? We've gotten a bunch of... We've got some Planeswalkers. We've gotten some Ghostfire foils. We're missing the Scale foil. And I think the only cards you can get Scale foil are the fetch lands. So it's like, it's such a small chance. It's like getting a numbered card, or a serialized card. We got Narrative, Broodcaller Scourge, Surak Elusive Hunter, Kishla Village, Sage of the Skies. We've seen this one. Good card. Severance Priest, Ureni the Unwritten, Windcrag Siege, Tevel Arbiter of Virtue, Flamehold Grappler, that's one of the copy spells, Bloomvine Regent, Zenith Festival, Kori Mountain Monastery, Great Irashan City, oh, and a Japanese foil, Eugen. What a beautiful card. Holy smokes. Jeepers. I can't complain about these boxes at all. These have been fantastic. Tursa, last pack. Here we go. Nerev, Yathan Roadwatcher, Mardu Siegebreaker, and a foil Scavenger Regent. And I believe because it's, has a baby on the back. So the Omen is Exude Toxin, which is X and double black. Each non-dragon creature gets -X/-X until the end of turn. Okay, that's a one-sided board wipe for dragons. And then it's 4 mana for 4/4 flyer that has Ward, discard a card. So solid card. 8 down, 4 more to go. All right, we got Great Irashan City, Caldera Pyramaw, Sage of the Skies, Rot-Cursed Rakshasa, foil Naga Fleshcrafter, one of the better clones ever printed, Swamp, Yathan Roadwatcher, Will of the Mardu, Dragonfire Blade, Eshki Dragonclaw, Glacierwood Siege, Island, Dragonfire Blade, Fellothar the Steadfast, Herd Heirloom, Stadium Headliner. Ugh. This is Sarkhan, Japanese Ghostfire foil. Good Lord. What a beautiful card. How many Ghostfire foils is that now? 5? 4? Got Call of the Spirit Dragon, Tevel's Judgment, Thunder of Unity, Sidisi Regent of the Mire, Scavenger Regent, foil, we just saw that one. Solid card. Flamehold Grappler, Floral Evoker, Naga Fleshcrafter, Barren Step Siege, Revival of the Ancestors. We've seen that one as well. Winter Night Stories, Gold Lust Triad from Commander, Avenger of the Fallen, Clarion Conqueror, and if it's full art, it's always, and Call of the Spirit Dragons. We have 2 of these foil now. If you have a Dragon deck, come snag one on Friday. Make your friends cry. Lasseth Prowler, Hammerhead Tyrant, Surak Elusive Hunter, another extended art Mistrise Village, Winter Night Stories, we've seen that one as well, Mardu Siegebreaker, Ironwill Forager, Windcrag Siege, Stormscale Scion. I need this foil. Oh, another foil Craterhoof Behemoth. Stillness in Motion, Diviner of Mists, Kori Mountain Monastery, Yathan Roadwatcher. What is this? Oh, this is the Clarion Dragon. It won't be double-sided because it's not extended art. But this is the Japanese alternate art. That's a spicy card. I can feel Lewis right now being like, Nathan! Thunder of Unity. Oh, this one's foil too. These are so cool. Become the Avalanche. Mardu Siegebreaker. Ooh, another Elspeth. We're on fire here. Like, none of these have been bad boxes. This is crazy. These are 2 sealed cases. Avenger of the Fallen foil. We've seen that one. Plains. Dragonback Assault. Transforming Flourish. Revival of the Ancestors. Magmatic Hellkite. And another Hollowmurk Siege. Sinkhole Surveyor. Oh, so this one has the Endures reminder text on it. So Endures 1 says, put a +1/+1 counter on it or create a 1/1 white spirit creature token whenever it attacks. So if something had Endure 3, it would read, put 3 +1/+1 counters on it or create a 3/3 spirit creature token. That makes a lot of sense. That other creature that has Endure X is insane. Will of the Sultai, last pack, Inevitable Defeat, Perenation, and a Windcraig Siege. Absolutely phenomenal box. Let's see if I can do it. If I can get through 3 more. Plains, Stadium Headliner. Sorry about that. Infantry Shield, Stadium Headliner again. Great Irashan City. Narset, Jeskai Waymaster. So she's 3 for a 3/4 human monk. At the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. Whoo, spicy. Oh, there's another Eugen. This is a regular foil one. Man, way more Planeswalkers than last time. Tip the scales. I know it's silly, but I check the backs of the cards because I don't know if there's like cool art. Thunder of Unity, Ureni, Song Unending, and a United Battlefront. First time seeing this one. 4 mana for a sorcery, white sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this is collected company at sorcery speed for non-creatures. You definitely put this in a deck that you build around that with. Temur Battlecrier, Adaptive Training Post, Sidisi, Scavenger Regent, and a foil Great Irashan City. This is the Abzan land, so it checks for forest or plains, taps for black, and then its activated ability is 2 and tap. Exile a creature card from your graveyard, create a 1/1 spirit creature token. Yeah, useful. If that had said exile a creature card from a graveyard, this would be fantastic. Forest, another United Battlefront, Bone Devourer, Naga Fleshcrafter, Barren Step Siege, the foil Clarion Conqueror, which is foil on both sides, Swamp, Sibsig Ceremony, Will of the Jeskai. I've got a bunch of those. Good card. Avenger of the Fallen, Temur Battlecrier, Eshki Dragonclaw, first one foil. So 4 mana in Temur for a 4/4 human warrior. She has Vigilance, Trample, and Ward 1. Lots of words. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell this turn, draw a card and put 2 +1/+1 counters on Eshkai Dragonclaw. So solid card. Good deck enabler. Fangkeeper's Familiar, Deceptive Frostkite, Sinkhole Surveyor, Bloomvine Regent, and another foil Sidisi. Got Swamp, Death Begets Life, Will of the Mardu, Kori Mountain Monastery, Yathan Roadwatcher, Stadium Headliner. Oh, we haven't seen this guy foil yet. 1 mana for 1/1 Goblin Warrior. It has Mobilize 1. Okay. I think that's the cheapest creature you can have Mobilize on. That you do have Mobilize on. 2 mana, sacrifice this creature. It deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Whoo! Goblin decks, rejoice. Great Irashan City, Afterlife from the Loam, Mardu Siegebreaker, Taigam, and Dragonback Assault. First time we've seen this mythic foil like this. 6 mana in Temur enchantment. When this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. All right? Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Huh. All right. Mountain, Tertia Light Shatter, Goldlust Triad, starting to lose my voice, Revival of the Ancestors, Inevitable Defeat, and a foil Inevitable Defeat. 4 mana for a Mardu instant. This spell can't be countered. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life. Now, that's really good. There's other spells that are 3 and 4 mana that allow you to exile a non-land permanent. They usually cost you life. This one can't be countered, costs 1 more mana, but it basically lightning bolts your opponent and gains you 3 life. Banana spell. Only downside is it's in Mardu. So it's a little bit more restricted to cast. Frostcliff Siege, Canopy Gargantuan, Sage of the Skies, Dragonfire Blade. Ooh, we got a foil alternate art, Japanese Elspeth. The hits just keep coming. This is crazy. Like, I'm super excited about this. We've got opened so many good cards. Usually the stuff I open for the store, I'm disappointed at the end, unless or it's average. This has been really good. Parapet Thrasher, Eshki Dragonclaw, Beator Kin to All. Oh! We did it. We got something of everything. This is a Dragon Scale foil Marsh Flats. This is the hardest to get type of card in the set. So it is textured. You can feel the dragon scales, and if I tilt it, you can see them. So this is basically like, I don't know if there's serialized cards in the set or this is it. But this is definitely the best hit that we've had. These are so hard to get. This is box number 9. Oh no, this is box number 10. Whew. Man, that's cool. Swamp, Baron Step Siege, Welcome to the Dead, Herd Heirloom, Smile at Death, and the final card from the box is a extended art foil Corey Mountains Monastery. This is the Jeskai land, so comes into play untapped if you control a plains or an island. Taps for red. Activated ability of pay 4 and tap. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. So again, not OP, but very useful. So far, so good. I'm just going to do the last 2 boxes. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this format because we're going through so much stuff. Usually it takes like 30 minutes per box when people are opening packs. So I hope you guys like this. I'm super excited. This is crazy. Amblin Stormshell. He's Amblin. Goldlust Triad. Fellothar. Hollowmurk Siege. And another extended art Corey Mountain Monastery. That's awesome. Forest. Revival of the Ancestors. Aligned Heart from Commander. Narset Jeskai Waymaster. Flamehold Grappler. And another Narset Jeskai Waymaster. Great card. Island. Scavenger Regent. Like, we could get garbage for the rest of these 2 boxes. I'd still be happy. Knock on wood. Afterlife of the Loam. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Solid card. Corey Steelcutter. Kishla Village Foil. This is the Surveil one that we've seen before. Foil Dragon Eye Plains. Sarkin. Canopy Gargantuan. Lassid Prowler. Magmatic Hellkite. And another United Battlefront. Greater Arishan City. Parapet Thrasher. Glacierwood Siege. Paranation. Another Eshki Dragonclaw. Again, there's going to be so many new commander decks built just because of this set. Songcrafter Mage. Steward of the Harvest. Tersa Light Shatter. All Out Assault. And Ghost Fire Foil Skirmish Rhino. Woo! Swamp. Carsey Revenant. Ironwell Forger. Awaken the Honored Dead. Another Carsey Revenant, which is good. Extended Art Foil Magmatic Hellkite. Huge hit. Plains, Lotus Light Dancers, Hammerhead Tyrant, New Way Forward, Merang River Regent, and a Verdant Catacombs. That knock on wood was a good one. This is the black-green fetch from the set. Man. Island. I hope your guys' boxes are like these. This is so exciting to open. Anybody who's picking up collector boxes, these things are just crazy. Sibsig Ceremony, Winter Night Stories, Lotus Light Dancers. Oh, sorry. Lotus Light Dancers is the first time we've seen that one, I think. So this one's in Sultai, 5 mana for 3/6 Zombie Bard. Okay. It has lifelink. When this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put them in your graveyard, then shuffle. Yeah. So you could do a lot of setting up combos with this card. 6 toughness, and it has lifelink. Tevel, Arbiter of Virtue, Will of the Sultai, Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant, Dalkovin Encampment, and Stadium Headliner again. Smile at Death, Deceptive Frostkite, Stillness in Motion, Baitor Kin to All, and another Inevitable Defeat foil. I would be happy having like 25 of these or 50 of them. Herd Heirloom, Welcome the Dead, Fankeeper's Familiar, Nature's Rhythm, and the last card of this box, Tevel, Arbiter of Virtue. This is we've seen this one before. This is the lifelinker that gives all spells delve. Great card. All right, on to the last box. I think my phone is going to melt. So we got Dalkovin Encampment, Broodcaller Scourge, Warden of the Grove, Clarion Conqueror, Emergent Ultimatum, which is a Sultai one. That's the special guest art. It's sick. Hollowmurk Siege, Zenith Festival, Severance Priest, Great Erishan City, and United Battlefront. Sidisi, Baitor Ancestor's Voice, Frostcliff Siege, Lotus Light Dancers, another Eshki Dragonclaw, Tigum, Voracious Bibliophile, United Battlefront, Bloomvine Regent, and a special foil Sidisi. See if we can end this with another hit. Knock on wood. Nature's Rhythm, Tempest Technique, Anafenza Unyielding Lineage, Rediscover the Way, Severance Priest is the pack hit, Corey Steelcutter. Man, you see the ones that have the dragon border and stuff, they just completely outshine the regular versions of the card. Will of the Jeskai, Ambling Stormshell, Ureni, the Song Unending, Shiko. I think this is our second one of this. But yeah, I can't complain about a mythic legendary dragon. Magmatic Hellkite, Bone Devourer, Flamehold Grappler, Tigum, and Corey Mountain Monastery. Great card again. Oh, that's the foil. Forest, Awakened Honor Dead, Redoubled Stormsinger, Lasset Prowler, Glaceward Siege, and another Narset. Island, Sage of Skies, Deceptive Frostkite, New Way Forward, Baitor Kin to All, and we got a Clarion Conqueror with the alternate art. Beautiful card. Forest, Rediscover the Way, Within Range, Familiar, or Fankeeper's Familiar, sorry. Nature's Rhythm, another Clarion Conqueror. This one will be the double side, having the baby on the back. All Out Assault, Parapet Thrasher, Zergo Thunder's Decree, Smile at Death, and second last pack, Jeskai Revelation. Haven't seen this one. 7 mana instant in Jeskai, mythic. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Jeskai Revelation deals 4 damage to any target. Create 2/1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards. You gain 4 life. Huh. Forest. Last pack. Avenger of the Fallen. Aenoch Strike Leader. Codus the Fangkeeper. We got a Draconologist and we got a alternate or a Dragon Border Magmatic Hellkite. All in all, absolutely fantastic cards from these boxes. Super excited. Now the hardest part about all this is going to be me not opening any more of it. Joe's going to get angry at me if I do. So again, thank you guys for watching. 2 longer videos. Hope you enjoy the format. And again, see you April 4th for all our singles, boxes, booster packs, bundles, all that kind of stuff. And then our events are Friday the 4th at 7, Saturday the 5th at 5. I'll be there playing. Sunday the 6th at 5, and Wednesday the 9th at 5. As always, you guys have any questions or concerns, hit us up. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a wonderful day.